Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Naked Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications can't go out. I also know there's a few people who are live right now. Shout outs to the peoples. Um, just wanted to chime in with y'all. Probably not going to be on longer than an hour or so. Just wanted to chime in on a couple things. First things first, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Friday evening. Hopefully everybody's prepared for their weekend, whether they with the family, whether they got other plans. Just make sure y'all keeping yourselves safe and vigilant as always. Uh, just stay blessed. You know, appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier this afternoon for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. If you missed it, catch the replay. Um, Apologies. I was going to try to do some music today, but I ain't had the time to really do it. And shoot, as we speak, I'm still at work right now. So, but I got something for y'all tomorrow. So, word, what's going on, my guy? Um, Title is clear as day. I mostly wanted to chime in on a couple things, and again, I feel there's some things that you parents and you guardians are gonna have to start getting in control of, especially when it comes down to these youth. Now, headed into work earlier, almost had a ill situation go down. Why? Because it's a young man disrespecting a grown man. Um, I'm sorry, but those three words again, you saying that to a grown man in their face, 9 out of 10 gonna get you hurt. I'm trying to speak right now to those who need to hear it. Stop using those words if you ain't prepared for the recourse and the outlash behind it. No man or no young man should tell anybody else to SMD. But then again, you're gonna have some people that push that out of you. But even when it feels like it's gonna be pushed, that shouldn't be the words coming out your mouth towards no grown man, especially a grown man that definitely knows your family. Again, some of you parents are gonna have to get in line and get in tune with your kids, man. You think they ain't out here doing certain things, they are. And for the ones who are, making sure they keep things under wraps, continue to do what you've been doing and may you stay strong because I know it ain't an easy task trying to raise and deal with certain things, but again, there are some things that are just unacceptable. And seeing those words is being used too loosely. Again, people have gotten hurt or killed over those words, especially when you saying it in direct disrespect to people. You can't say those words to your boss, your manager, anybody else because you'll kindly get fired. But you'll say it to the next brother, the next sister in their face. Um, it's it's really something that needs to change because again, those words was never accepted even back in the day. Again, a lot of people have gotten themselves hurt or killed by saying those words. Some people literally shot on sight. Tanya, what's going on, baby? People have literally get shot on sight for saying those words directly to somebody. Choose your words more wisely and more carefully. You know, especially when you out and about in these streets, because everything has been changing. And it's to a point now where even some grown men are. If a young man has said something to them, they are literally gonna knock their head off. What the hell are you doing? My fault. But fool almost got hit by a damn car. My bad, y'all. And this is the sad part about it. Again, um, youth being misled and they not being taught nothing. But then we'll have a whole bunch of crying and a whole bunch of this shit and that happens when something did happen. But again, if you're not taking that time and effort to correct your kids and get them into the form of having respect for people, what you think gonna happen? You can't just run out your mouth wild crazy and think you ain't gonna get some sort of recourse. That'd be like the equivalent of you telling somebody F they dead mother or they dead homies or something like that, and they really got them people dear to heart. You want to set yourself up for the kill. Serious, what's going on, baby? What I'm saying is it's chaos. It's a chaos effect because again, these youngins is wilding more than the adults, and then the adults that's supposed to be trying to get them in line or at least trying to, educate them on something. They ain't doing nothing but just sitting back and letting it happen. Like they scared to open their mouth. But again, we was never, as men, scared to open our mouths, especially when we disagreed on things. But nowadays, you're just allowing things to keep happening. At some point, that has to change. Because again, you can't say those words to somebody that's prime example, you're higher up if you are in the work field. I don't care how mad you got. I don't care how disrespected you felt to some degree. Certain words are going to get you hurt. Phil, what's going on? Marlene, what's going on, baby? Oh yeah, I forgot my my fair use notice. My fair use notice. Even though it's already in the description, still. Um, Nene, what's going on, baby? But this is again a sad day because that little boy could have got himself hurt or killed, and you said to somebody that you ain't even know your parents. So again, some of y'all got to stop with the blatant disrespect because you don't know who your parents know, and you don't know who's close to your family. It'd be your luck somebody knock at your door, coming to talk to your parents or coming to come hang out with your parents, and come to find out you the person that disrespected. That's what I'm saying. I've seen this happen time and time and again. People done bit off more than they can chew. You said certain things to people, and then when you come home, them same people you just wild out on is in your house, conversating, chatting it up and all of that with people. So that goes to show you really need to be mindful of what you saying and doing out here. Because again, that's not even manly really to say that to another man anyway. Just keep that buck, you know. But it seems like again, there's things that are being accepted that really shouldn't even be accepted at all. And this is why I said we got to start getting back and standing up. The men in the community gonna have to be men in the community for real. And again, it's time to start getting kids in order. Because again, you just sat here and cursed out a whole grown man, told him SMD and all of that. That man probably be knocking at your door tonight and probably be calling out with your pops and your moms anyway. So why would you even go that far? Why would you even go that far? For real. There's just some things again that should never be tolerated. And for the safety of your kids, you don't want your kids in a box or sitting in a box. Get them right, man. Tell you, get them right. This should never be accepted at all. A young man telling somebody else that. And then I told somebody this one day. I said, "What happens if you say that to the wrong person? They say, all right, let's do this. What you gonna do then? Now you gonna definitely feel offended or feel upset. But you put that out there, you know. Energy you put out there a lot of times, it'll come back to you one way or another, and it's gonna definitely bite you. Next, see what's going on, baby. And again, everything at some point, it has a stop. Like I believe with that, at some point it's gonna stop. Um, it's not gonna be no you keep telling somebody this and telling somebody that, and it ain't gonna be no problems. Nah, it's gonna be a problem because when you tell the wrong person that, they might end up taking your life or attempt to take your life. And again, in my opinion, that's nothing but rerouted negative energy, and that's a feminine energy, in my opinion. Because again, you should have more control over yourself, and some of you young men, again, should have more control over yourselves. Stop moving so emotional, because this is why we getting some of the things we getting now in the world as far as this chaos. There's too many people moving emotional. There's too many single parent homes. There's not enough men really leading or doing what they need to do in these communities, and this is why we are again having these problems. Like I told y'all a while back, the last person that ever told me that was lucky he was a child, but I knew who the hell their parents was, and I was dead sitting in there when he came home. Like I don't play games like that. I don't. But nobody else plays games like that. Neither no real man is going to tolerate that at all. That's the equivalent of a man slapping another man in the face. Somebody got to start shooting or doing something afterwards. That was normally the routine. You slap me, that means you want to do. All right, let me go get my pistol. Nobody is a certain form of disrespect that men are not going to take. Not from no kids, not from no grown-ups. It's just something we don't do. And again, that's the saddest thing in the world. You getting out of pocket when you wrong, and then you still trying to get crazy with an adult. Like, and you don't even know 9 out of 10. This adult probably might be the one that saved you from something real drastic happening. Truth, what's going on, baby? Be safe on that road. You already know that, baby. Y'all already know if y'all just tuned to hit the like button. I'm gonna drop the link at some point in case anybody want to chime in on this topic. Like I said, I ain't gonna get too crazy tonight. Um, Again, I see a few people alive right now. Shout outs to the real ones. I had to come do this tonight because again, we got to stop thinking that that's okay. It is not cool to be running around being disrespectful towards adults, and definitely ain't cool being disrespectful. Period. Not even amongst your peers. You know, it's again, you disrespecting and violating, and at some point, these people might be the ones that save you out of a jam. So, you know, again, choose your words and choose what you do and carefully. And it's a sad notion again because now, look, that boy could end up getting shot, stabbed, beat up. You don't even know. And again, you saying that to a grown man, you don't even know if his peoples are around because you know some people once they hear that they ready to jump on something. You could have messed around and got yourself seriously hurt because you got some people there from that old school like that. I don't give a damn if you a kid. The minute you feel you want to be a grown up and act like a grown up, I'm gonna treat you like you know, which again should never have to worry, but still. Hey, I broke my water fountain, y'all. My bad. I'm trying to fill up my little ice cup. You know, broke the water fountain for real. Oh, y'all suck, man. My bad, my bad. Broke the damn water fountain. Nonetheless, though, again, you know, it's time for some of y'all youngins to really get on board. It's time for you men in the community to start putting your foot down when it needs to. You know, because essentially, if you telling a grown man that, it's no telling if you're going to tell an elderly woman that, if you're going to tell an elderly man that. So again, be mindful of your words. You know, like even in certain movies we seen what happens when you say those 3 words. Somebody usually die. Like look, like what? Menace to Society. Look what happened when he said SMD. You see what happened to him? Got shot right at the damn poker table. Like, be mindful again, because ain't nobody gonna be tolerating that, man. They not. Some people are definitely gonna be on board to try to take you out. Oh, word! All right, watch this. You know, come on, be real. But again, stop making emotional decisions. That's the problem with a lot of you young men and women, but it's mostly you young men I'm seeing, especially those who are coming from that single parent aspect. Y'all make too many emotional decisions that will end up being critical at some point. And it's sad because again, you don't want to see these youth behind bars. You definitely don't want to see them in a box before time. But it seems like some of them are just leaning for that. You know, this is a changing world again. I keep repeating that because it's the truth. It's a changing world, and there's just some things that are no longer being accepted. So when you're doing certain things along those lines, guess what? Anybody trying to hear that? Adam, imagine you go try to tell somebody moms or they elderly moms the SMD and see what happens. You're not gonna like the outcome that happens. No doubt, I hear you, Phil. I hear you on that, bro. Definitely get that out the way, man. Um, Again, this is a sad thing that we really need to correct. Like I was saying earlier, to a degree about some of you men and you women still trying to live on the down low. If you know this is what you like, if this is what you want, then be real with yourselves. You know, don't sit here and hide stuff under the table because again, what's done in the dark will come to the light. So, and honestly, like what I was talking about earlier with the pastor getting caught with a transsexual, that's right there. Is just it goes to show you again. You know, you live in a double life. You got a family, you got kids, and then you about to ruin all of that because you decide you wanna indulge in whatever fetish it is that you got, but at the end of the day, that's still destroying something that you started building. And the reason why I say it's a little bit of chaos is again because if this is supposed to be somebody that's supposed to be giving you the good word, how is he giving you the good word, but he's doing all sorts of foul stuff behind it? You know, again, if you're gonna live whatever life you live, be real and be honest with yourself. And stop leading on the wrong people. Because again, now look, that woman probably ain't even know you was moving like that. You know, laid up, had kids, well, you possibly could have got her sick. Because if you had been doing this, 9 out of 10, you probably still going to continue to do it. If you wouldn't have got caught out there, you probably would have still been continuing to do that. And again, I'm all for people living their life the way they see fit. But then again, start having some real respect for yourself and your family. If you know it's certain things you know for a fact ain't going to be resonating with them, then just shoot. You might as well just be real with yourself and come out. Definitely appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. It's chaos. Just like I was reading something, I actually found the old clip. I should have put it in here, but um, basically, I was looking at an old video of something that surfaced, and again, a world of chaos. You are an agent, and you caught the CIA in the midst of drug trafficking. Yes, I put this up for fair use because this was something I watched, and this was something that was actually floating around in one of these YouTube shorts. If they ain't take it down by now, guy said he was working with the government. He was actually with the police department, I believe. I think he was down with narcotics and stuff. Come to find out, the CIA was selling drugs or just giving out drugs in the community. This happened in California. Now, once he was saying he had information on this, that, and the third, as far as it was code names, I'm guessing, for these operations. He said he had evidence on all of those operations in particular. Now, when he was doing what he was doing, the person at the seat was basically telling him, well, if you had all of this, why don't you bring this to the Los Angeles Police Department? And he kindly said for 18 years he was trying to get this information out. And when he did try to get the information out, he got shot at and he got pushed out of the force. So again, there is a silver lining to some things because these are things that we kind of already figured. It's like there's no way all of these areas just plagued with drugs, plagued with drugs, plagued with drugs. And come to find out, your own government, to a degree, is playing around with that. But that's not far off. Because think about it. For those who was catching up, or for those who had stories about some of these kingpins and stuff like that. Even some of these kingpins had shows made after them. But again, it did show a detail in the fact that in any situation, there's always seeming to be a crooked officer and a crooked CIA or FBI agent down with whatever, especially if it's supposed to be generating money. Like, look at that show Snowfall. All y'all was watching that. Even though it was supposed to be based on Rick Ross, some of the events that was in it, we know for a fact it wasn't true. It never happened. But some of the stuff did happen. Because look, how did you manage to get a plug like that? Of course, that person is a plug, but that person is also an agent. So, again, they try to say that, drugs is wrong, drugs is this, drugs is that. But in the same token, they pushing the same drugs. And some of them are still pushing drugs even for undercovers. So, again, it goes to show you a lot of times we don't have the resources we think we have unless we got something backing us up. And obviously, it's crazy because, again, you know, you got corrupt agents who still feel this is the way to move. We still want to plague and poison these communities with the stuff that's killing them. If it ain't drugs, it's guns. Because I always said there's no way in the hell you're going to tell me everybody in the hood got guns there. Where they getting them from? You know, how are they able to obtain them? And this is what I'm saying. It's so much corruption going on, and man, listen, it needs to stop. It honestly needs to. Some people just gonna have to wake up for real. Um, we see this thing happening all day, every day. And it's crazy because I gotta be mindful of what I say on here to a degree. Because I already know my freedom of speech ain't free like that. So I don't know. It's weird. It's always been weird because again, you wonder how some of these things is happening. And then some people know it, some people don't know it. The ones that don't know it, that's because they don't believe in it. They don't believe that this can't be this can't be this, they can't be telling us this. Yeah, they can. They'll tell you anything they want to tell you. They'll feed you anything they want to feed you. If you believe in it, you're gonna go with it. Again, it's a sad world that we live in, and we need to start making better changes for the right stuff. You know, and it's crazy because I believe that guy was telling the wholehearted truth. He said three names in particular as far as operation names. And these operation names, again, you know, probably got so much dirt and so much details that he probably did get chased out. Because this is the thing I've noticed. When you got people who really go by the book and they really are for the people, you see what happens to a lot of them. They go through a whole lot because essentially they don't want any type of real truth to come out. It's the worst thing in the world because if somebody is going by the book and doing what they feel is right, how the hell do you feel comfortable trying to not even excuse you, trying to exclude them from really bringing out the truth? Come on now. Some people was already hip to what was going on in the communities as far as drugs and stuff was concerned. A lot of those people tried to fight the good fight. Some of them are actually still fighting the good fight because they believe that things can change, for the better. This is what I'm saying is crazy because it's just my views and opinion on it. But a lot of people have different views and opinions, but also knowledge. And I believe that man definitely had enough knowledge. And you know what? I've noticed that too. When you get too either close to the truth or you have too much truth, they don't want that to come out. So of course, what better way to silence the truth? Try to get you up out of here one way or another. They ain't locking you up, they trying to kill you. If they ain't doing either or, they just trying to discredit everything that you've been saying and doing. Sad notion though, for real. And that's the thing. As long as you not, and that is true, bro. As long as you not crossing no boundaries with them or so on and so forth, they usually tend to leave certain people alone. Because I've seen some platforms that they are telling truths and they ain't getting the backlash like you think they should be getting. It's not happening. Why? Because they in their lane and they speaking on what they know and they actually knowledgeable. Flatty, what's going on, baby? And this is what I'm saying. This is just worldwide. It's not just our government. It's the government around the world, period, in my opinion, that's doing too much. We done heard people come up here and they done told us stuff what's going on in the UK, what's going on in Australia, what's going on in China. It ain't that far off. It's still almost the same damn corruption to a degree. Drugs everywhere. Prostitution everywhere. Like, come on. And again, for the fact that that person actually had info, that means he probably had enough info to shut down that whole whatever organization down there. So of course, what better way to shut somebody up than either get them up out of here, or whatever. It was the same thing with the situation with the Tupac. You know, that cop I think was mostly telling the truth to some degree. I don't know what he lied about because for most people they were saying he lied. Now I did hear, I think he passed away too, if I'm not mistaken. But anybody that's too close to the truth, you know what's going to happen. There are a lot of people that still know certain things that they could have been solved years ago, eons ago. But again, the people who would know too much or have known too much, they ain't here. And this is my view and opinion. Prime example, look what happened. The main person that probably could have shed light on this whole thing years ago got killed literally after he got killed. So again, and it's weird to me because again, if you were supposed to be in witness protection, how the hell did you manage to go do whatever and then you get killed? You know. But again, this goes to show you when you got people that are really about to bring out that truth, always something happens. I think that's the worst thing too. Like it is the worst thing when you could turn around and again you think you're about to discover something and then it don't get discovered because that person is either no longer here or they just kindly disappeared almost off the face of the earth. I gotta find that video clip, but I remember the dude basically said he was like a John Doe and look, you went from living your normal life to exposing some stuff. You expose some stuff, and now it's almost essentially again you're a John Doe in it. They can't prove this is who you are, and then they try to say that you're dead. So again, it's like, look here. There's a lot of things that can happen to you if you get too close. At least in my opinion, But again, some people are willing to die to bring that truth, especially if they feel the people need to know. And again, it's essentially saying you just want us to shut up. But how long do you think people are really going to shut up before it's all said and done? They really start rising up on shit. Sorry, but this is the worst thing in the world again when you just got lies and deceit going on everywhere. Got corruption at its finest. And every time somebody is about to expose some sort of corruption, look what we get. It's almost essentially saying you're gonna do anything you can to keep somebody silent. But if it's something that the world need to know, why not tell them? No, why even hide it? Again, I've always felt this. Life is always going to throw you a barrel of tricks. At least in my opinion, it's always going to throw you a barrel of tricks. Just like TV, media. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now. Again, they're going to tell you truth and lies all in the same sentence. But it is up to you to decipher what's real and what's not. No doubt, Phil. You already know, bro. Appreciate you for popping in, man. It is time for y'all to start taking a stand on things for real. And I honestly feel the sad part about some of these people who have been silenced one way or another. It's sad because again, your quote unquote friends and everybody else who's supposed to be riding with you show their true colors. You know, and it's crazy. So what if it was something that was going to affect the people as far as the food is concerned? Are you even going to tell us, warn us? You try to warn us when you say, oh, they doing certain recalls. But then there's things that are not being recalled that is making the people even more sick than the stuff you recall. And my thing is, this is one reason why I was also saying in certain instances, people who are getting their jobs replaced, those who working in factories, those who was working assembly lines and stuff like that. The problem with everything, when you got a machine that's doing everything, prime example, even down to boxing up cereal and stuff, there's going to be things that get through that line that ain't supposed to get through that line. I don't think nobody's supposed to be finding certain objects in their cereal boxes and they food, they packaged food, none of that. But it goes to show a lot of times they're not paying attention. And there's some of the stuff you trying to put out here, you know there's things wrong with it. It could be tainted. It could be this. You know, it could be tainted. If it's not tainted, it could be spoiled. If it's not spoiled, you know, you don't know what the situation is. You know, the standpoint of it all is again, that's going to be a problem because there's always going to either be recalls on certain things or you're just going to keep getting situations like this. Look, I went and brought food and look what I found. So many different things going on. For all we know, like I said, water could be getting poisoned and we not know. We already know some of the foods being tampered with, even to a point where now everything is imitation. So that is a problem right there. You know, again, we got bigger fights to worry about. The smallest things y'all worry about, like drama and stuff like that, that should be out the window. Because we got bigger drama. Reason why I said it's chaos, and it is a chaos effect, even down to what's going on in schools. Again, no youngins should be learning stuff that they don't need to learn about right now. And if they gonna learn about it or if they gonna ask about it, let it be asking their parents. Again, there's some things you know for a fact you just should never teach to a kid. I don't care if you are a teacher in school. Again, you wouldn't want nobody teaching your kids that at no age. So why should they have to learn? You know, definitely appreciate you for dropping all those links. Serious, baby. Man, listen, it's so many different things. That's why I said you can never run out of things to discuss, especially when you seeing things on a daily. Again, you young men out there, Stop using those 3 words. Stop saying those 3 words to other men. I wish men would stop saying that to men, period. Because again, that's not manly. Telling another man SMD, lick my lick my B and everything else. Like, you're bugging. We don't speak like that, and we don't talk like that to other men. But again, it is up to the parents to start really doing what's necessary. Get your kids in order. Not just the males, some of the females too have SMD. You wasn't born with one, so why are you telling somebody that? I never understood that. Like, even as of recently, I see a lot of these women too, even the AGs. Oh, my. Why would y'all say that? And y'all know y'all born with vaginas. I'm sorry. Like, stop saying stupid stuff that don't sound right out your mouth. James, number 8, what's going on, my guy? You know, again, start correcting your kids when they need to be corrected. Because again, you gonna mess around, your kid gonna be out there saying and doing something wild, and they ain't gonna be able to defend themselves. And what you gonna say then? You gonna get mad at the person that did something to them, or you gonna get mad at yourself? Now, again, I can see some of y'all being upset if your kid was hurt or possibly killed because of negligence, senseless violence, and everything else. That's different. But when you know for a fact your kid is out there wilding for respect and really trying to move like they're a street cat, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get something happening to your kid before time. Your kid want to be a stick-up kid, want to be a gangster. All right, it's gonna be gangster consequences and repercussions behind that. So it is time to get straight, man. You know, again, the worst words that come out of somebody's mouth. And then it's sad because it's not just the young men doing this, the women too. Choose your words carefully. Even if you think you're in battle, choose your words carefully. Because it ain't gonna be right for you at all. It'd be your luck you tell somebody SMD and that be the last words you say out your mouth. And now you gone. A distant memory because you couldn't just keep yourself in order, you know? But again, men in the community, y'all have to start being men. You have to start really leading by example. Oh, show! This is motherfuckers. It's cement. Damn, man. My bad, yo. Stepped in some damn cement, motherfucker. Hey, I really just stepped in wet cement. What the hell? Uh, these would be work sneakers now. But again, reason why I said some of y'all need to start loving and caring for yourselves too is because again, that's not love and caring for yourself if you being out here being ruthless and being just blatantly disrespectful. It's not good. Because again, you ain't teaching your kids no values. You're not teaching them something they should be learning. That's what's gonna happen. At some point, your kid gonna be another victim of circumstance. Your kid will be a victim of circumstance, and there won't be nothing you can do about it. No, it is time for the people to wake up, man. Some of y'all don't want to hear it, but at some point you're gonna have to hear it. Because at some point, again, you're gonna end up planning the funeral way before time when it's not necessary to even do so. You know, it is time to show better examples, and some people are gonna have to be better examples again. You can't sit here and think that you're gonna be able to blatantly disrespect people all day, every day, and you don't get the same disrespect back at some point. I'm good, serious. I think this. I'm on my job. Like I said, I think they just patched something up, but I wasn't even aware Glad that light did come on. It was already too late. I stepped in this motherfucker. It's all good though. It's all good. Again, parents, start getting in line with your kids. Some of y'all have to stop again being best friends with your kids. This is another reason why we have the blatant disrespect now. Like I said, anybody that's well past the age of 50 or 60, you should be calling me the Mr. or Mrs. I've always felt it was disrespect. Some people are calling their mothers by their first names. It's rare, but you have some who really are calling their mothers by or their fathers by their first names. Those ain't your equals. Those are your parents. You're supposed to call them mom and dad respectfully. Like, I'm sorry. The way they have mixed up and messed up society right now, everything is upside down. Again, I've always felt when you're a certain age, there should be a respect level. I'm not going to call no lady that's in her 60s by her first name. I'm always going to either call her Miss or Mrs. Depending. Same thing with the older folks. If I don't call you bro, I'm calling you sir. Like, that's it. The respect level. Again, the respect level hit different now because nobody really shows respect no more. It is time to come to a conclusion now. What's more important? Your child's safety and their betterment or their life? What's more important? If their life is more important, then you better get in their life and you better start teaching them the best things you can teach them. Some of y'all need to make sure, again, your kids ain't out there with the hustlers, the scramblers, the stick up kids. Make sure they in the right spots. Make sure they actually doing what they supposed to be doing. If you feel your kid is lying about something, you need to go do investigations and find out. And after even all that is said and done, again, it's up to you to move the right way. Again, no parent should have to worry about burying their kids. No parent should have to worry about going to visit their kids behind a cell. Because again, when you're not thinking, you're not doing the right things, and I'm saying this against you youngins, you hurt your parents and the people who actually love you more than anything. And see, some can be coming from a good family and still end up rebelling because it's something that's just what they want to do. Still say this: hard head make a soft ass. Remember that part. If you're not really on board, if you really not built for certain things, you need to get up out of it now. And I'm gonna give a public service announcement too again. Um, Again, for some of you youngins, you not built for some of the stuff you think you built for. I don't care how tough you think you claim you are, or who got the battery in your back. You're not prepared for some of the stuff you think you're gonna be prepared for. You're not. Some of y'all again are not gonna be sitting up behind no wall for no 30, 40, 50 years. And for those who have, you seen what the outcomes was. What you in here for? I ain't snitch on my peoples. So you taking a rap for somebody that probably wouldn't even do the same thing for you if it was me. Like, nah, y'all got the game messed up. Look how many people again are locked up. And they ain't necessarily do nothing. They taking a charge for somebody. Don't get it twisted. I can see you taking a charge for somebody if that person really isn't a bad rotten apple or nothing, and you know they could potentially be something. Like again, if you know this person is probably going to be the next superstar in sports or any type of entertainment field, you're going to have some stories like that. Nah, I ain't want my man to go down, so I took that. And think about it. What happens if somebody take the blame for you, do the time for you, and then what you were supposed to be doing, you ain't even do it? They essentially wasted their time trying to help you so you could benefit for yourself, and you ain't think to do it. Sorry, but this is something I had to bring out tonight. And again, I wasn't going to stay on too crazy, but I know more than a few of y'all live right now. But this message needs to get out tonight because again, at some point when we gonna realize that we don't need more deaths. We don't need more shoot. We don't need no more innocent lives going either. We definitely need to start preparing for the world around us because everything, even down to the food, again, is changing. You know, we got to brace ourselves because again, we don't know what this future holds. We don't know what it could hold, but we should at least while we here now try to, try to brace for whatever, and at least try to give the tools to those who want to be here, running the thing in the future. But again, you parents get in tune with your kids, man. Make sure that they not out here doing things that could mess them up potentially, especially if they're young. Like again, I feel no teen, especially a teen that's just 13, 14, should be out there in the streets doing the things they don't. And if you parents really ain't getting on board, don't be surprised again. Your kid out there with the wrong people, even if he ain't getting into some of the same madness the other people are, it'd be his luck or her luck hanging out with the people and something happened and now there's gunshots being let off. And even if your kids ain't in the streets as far as on the negative side of things, you still need to get on point with them because incidents happen all around the board. Again, be mindful of your surroundings, be mindful of the people that you really hold and put in your life because again, some people are going to be for you, others are going to only be there until you self-destruct or fall. So that's something that you really should be thinking about again. Making sure your kids are safe. The safety net needs to be put back up. Because again, no kids should be harmed in any way, shape, or form. Even down to education. You can't just feed somebody something and think they all always run with you. Nets, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, Again, it is time to see something better and greater. Still believe in that. Yep. Why don't you practice what you preach, bitch, and come bring your punk ass up here on this panel? Since you got so much to fucking say, you're not getting my energy because it'd be your luck somebody in your family get clipped for the same dumb shit. Bitch, nigga, if you got something to say it to me. Stop coming under names. Oh, but you won't. So since you won't, I'm gonna need you to take this out here with you. Stupid prick. Up out of here, nigga. Ain't you supposed to be on a drug binge right now? Go do that. Go get to that. How about that one? This is what I be talking about with people. It'd be people like this that get themselves hurt too. Because you ain't doing too much of nothing. Jersey, what's going on? How are you saying? No energy for you today. You just get one of those and up out of here. Because I ain't straying away from the message I'm saying. And I could practice what I preach, just like I preach what I practice, fool. I ain't telling no other grown men in their face to SMD. I'm not telling a mother to do that. I'm not doing nothing what we see some of these kids doing. So again, if you got something to say, bring your punk ass on this panel. Stop being a fucking bitch. Now I can call you a bitch. Stop being a bitch. Bugged out. Like I told you, you want attention, go get a dog. Go play with a rat or a raccoon or something. Come over here with that. Like I said, anytime you feel you that big and bold, bring your ass on this panel. Other than that, like I told you before, keep gobbling nuts in the shadows like you been doing. Fucking clown. Back to what I was saying. Again, you got to get back on board. See, people like him probably got kids, and they kids is running around the streets crazy now. I wouldn't be surprised if one of your kids end up getting hurt or possibly killed because of you not teaching them nothing. See how you had time to worry about what I'm talking about and how you was just shadow watching the whole time on these nuts? Continue to do so and don't say nothing. That's all you got to do. And apologies to those who might hear me snapping, but it's not even a snap. We just don't got time or toleration for people like that. Again, you need to get your life and practice what you preach. Get off this internet for a minute. How about you do that? Oh, you can't because you can't live without this internet. See, I can. If I was decide to just up and disappear, I can come back when I feel like it. And but guess who's still gonna be here looking and waiting? You, fanboy. So I don't really care what you saying. And again, I don't have to come under a million accounts. If you have something to say to me while I'm up here, say it. Oh, I guess we don't. So kindly shut the hell up, like I've been telling you. See, I could tell you're definitely the type of I see I be weaning you out. You definitely the type of person that was getting picked on, definitely getting your butt whooped. You probably wasn't even outside. So again, you say you ready, bitch, and the link is pent up. How stupid and slow could you be? You see what I'm talking about? How stupid and slow could you be? I could have swore I pinned the link up. That you still ain't pop up. So shut up, chump. Me use your words on you. The only chump is the one that won't fucking face what they need to face right now. So again, go on about your business. Go keep sucking the lollipops you've been sucking on, and go live your life. I also want to give this out to some people who are going to hear this. These will be the type of people again. Say they hate everything about you. They disdain for you, but they still watching you and still watching what you do. So how much of a fan are you really? Like, come on. These are the people, and I'm gonna say it to the youngin. These are the people you don't need around you. The ones that are gonna try to come and cause confusion amongst you and whoever else you chilling with or whoever else you dealing with. These are the type of people that are gonna get you wrapped up in the madness and watch them sit back and laugh. So again, Mr. 40 Troll name, if you got something to say it while I'm here. Because when I get off this live, like I always do, I don't pay you no mind. I don't pay you no mind at all, but I'm paying you a little bit of mind tonight. Because if you're going to come under 40 names, you should be able to come under your own and say what's what. The link been pinned, you stupid idiot, but you still refuse to pop in. So who really looks like a chump? Who really looks like the punk? Exactly. The person that refuses to bring themselves up here, but always got something to say in the chat. See, Twitter fingers, at some point, your fingers will get broke. You ain't going to have to worrying about who's online, worrying about trolling. It be your luck, your ass, your time be ran out. And I'll still be here. And I'll still be kicking, bringing his messages where it's needed. What will you be doing? Still following me, being a fanboy. Get a life, man. I'm going to tell you like I told somebody else. Get your life and go get a job, man. It's not that hard to do. Trolling ain't working for you. Being a nuisance, it ain't working for you. Get a life. Maybe you could be the prime example or the better example for people who actually want to work and do something and not be a pain in the neck. Oh, wait, but you won't. Because again, you stuck in your own little habits. And again, how much of a chump can I be if you the one that's scared to talk to me? It's not about energy, serious. It's just the principle. I want people to understand this too. They don't need to be around people like this. These will be the type of people again that will set you up for the kill. And while you laid up or you gone, they gonna be still sitting here running amok on the earth. Again, you parents start getting in control of your kids. When it's all said and done, you don't want to be holding that barrel. You definitely don't want to be holding that. You definitely don't want that burden on your heart neither. See, I'm speaking again because it's not fair and it's not right. And at some point, a lot of y'all will be crying. Why go through all of that when you could avoid all of that in general? You know what? Let me let my kid know this is not the way to go. Even when you hear stuff about your kid, if you think that's what it is, you need to sit down and have a talk with them. If more than one person is coming to you telling you that your kid is disrespectful and you not checking it, at some point your kid will get checked. And I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's the truth. And you can't blame nobody but yourself if something does happen. So, get your kids right, get yourself right, re-educate yourselves. It's time for the world to see that kids are not just, they're not toys, they're not puppets. It's time to show these kids that they could be anything great and stop just pushing the narrative of sports and entertainment for them. Push other things into their life. Get them into the medical field. Get them into construction. Get them into technology if that's what they're interested in. Science, whatever it is they feel that's what they want to try to achieve or that's what they feel they want to do. Again, get behind that, harness that energy, and make sure you're doing what's needed. Bringing kids in the world, that is your job as a parent to make sure you're teaching them, but also keeping them in the right light. And again, start having watchful eyes out. That's what really needs to start happening again. A lot of you parents are going to have to start really communicating amongst each other, especially if some of y'all know y'all kids is having interactions with each other. If I know my kid is playing with your kid on a daily basis, I'm gonna make sure that kid he's playing with is not getting into no madness neither. Even if I gotta come check in once in the blue just to see what's going on. But again, have watchful eyes around your community too, especially the people that you really still love and respect. Make sure they keep an eye out. Because if something goes up under your eye and you don't see it and they see it, they can bring it to you. I think that at some point again, the world will change for the better. It will. It's going to change for the better because again, some of the people are going to rise up. They're going to get tired of it. They're going to get tired of planning funerals. They're going to get tired of innocents getting hurt or possibly killed because of negligence and violence. Shoot, we even going to get tired of people like the one that came in here just really being a pain for no reason. Even that's going to stop. And a lot of y'all doing things though because again, essentially some of the things you think is worth it is dying out. You're a dying breed. Some of y'all again are dying for a false narrative and a dream. I don't have to be out here hustling all day, every day just to get some money up. I don't gotta sit out here and panhandle. I don't gotta do none of that stuff. Like most people, they don't gotta do certain things just to get what they need in life. The only thing they gotta do is get to it. You know, only thing they gotta do is just put their minds to it and do what's necessary, and they usually end up doing it. So, again, at some point, parents do get in control of your kids. And I say in control because if you're not steering that direction as far as the emotions and everything, you're gonna get what we see even on here. Kids being wild, disrespectful, doing everything that they shouldn't be doing. And that's gonna be another funeral plan. That's gonna be another heartbroken. That's gonna be another family destroyed. But all in all, though, I just wanted to mostly chime in for this hour or so. It's gonna be an active night for me, so I gotta keep my eyes vigilant. So, but nonetheless, I feel this was still a good message I needed to bring out, and I'm gonna keep bringing these messages out. Even when the opposition still love hugging balls, I'm still gonna be doing what I do. It goes to show you, some people are just not gonna stray away or move away from the messages at hand, and that's what I'm gonna keep bringing. Strong talks, whether the people like it or not. And again, I practice what I preach, and I preach what I practice. Maybe some of y'all should do the same thing. Stop focusing on the wrong things. Nonetheless, I still want to give a shout out to everybody that's part of the Eulogy family. Like I said, we still gonna be bringing this work one way or another. And even when the opposition feel like, oh, we gonna try to, you could try, but you're not really saying or doing much of nothing. And this is what's gonna get the people even more involved when they see that it's people like you moving the way you moving. Even in real time, the people are gonna get tired of people like you. So you keep on living for what you think is right, and I'm gonna keep doing what's right for me. Popcorn, what's going on, my guy? But again, I'm never gonna have to stray away from a message that we need. And tonight, that message was needed. Again, you young folks, stop telling grown men and stop telling elders and anybody else along those lines SMD. Selena, what's going on, baby? And this is what I'm saying. Like, we really need to re-educate and refocus and reshift things the way we need to. Again, these youngins are doing the utmost. And again, a lot of you adults are not stepping up and being what you're supposed to be, adults. What the hell? Shiki, what's going on, baby? It's been like 8 months since you been in here, baby. The hell you been at, baby? Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure you still, because I had to re-rent somebody yesterday. YouTube been really doing some huff stuff. Yes, they've been doing some huff stuff. Let me make sure your ass is still modded up. Up, see, I knew they did something. Hold on, I got you, Shiki, baby. I knew they did something. This is why I be trying to tell some of my shadow watchers or whoever, y'all gotta pop out once in the blue. Pop out so I can make sure y'all straight. But again, we gotta redirect and re-educate. We gotta redirect all the nonsense that's been plagued and poisoned and been thrown at us. And now we gotta redirect that somewhere else and start re-educating ourselves. Again, it's just, there's no way you're gonna tell me you're comfortable allowing a child or allowing anybody of that young nature to be vile and disrespectful towards no adults, especially when these adults might be the ones that saved them in the long run. So if you could disrespect anybody else, you could kindly disrespect your parents or even your grandparents if that's the case. We got to get out of that, man. Again, it does start with self love, self education, but also preservation too. Your life is valuable and precious. You are supposed to try to keep yourself here as long as possible. You want to become something, you want to have to get out there and really make it happen. And again, I would tell some of you parents, really start getting in tune with your kids for real. See, again, your kid should be able to come to you and talk to you about any and everything. Even if they confused about something, they are supposed to still be able to come to you and talk to you. But if it's a scenario where they not talking to you, you better make sure they start talking at some point. Because again, you don't know what your child could be going through if they even going through anything. Again, a lot of times y'all just gotta watch the body language and watch the signs. That's it. Your child is normally upbeat and now they've been coming home lately and they looking like they upset and mad at the world. You need to find out what's going on right then and then. For all you know, your kid could be having a situation with bullies. They could be having a situation with a gang. They could be having situations in the school period. So again, pay attention to what's going on. Selena, you only came here for 2 seconds, baby. Get up out of here, baby. You ain't even came to bring my pork chops, baby. Nah, have a good one, sis. Like I said, I wasn't gonna keep this real long either, because I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to really start being visual. So I just mostly wanted to get this out tonight. Again, start re-educating your kids to do something better and be better. See, it's crazy because some parents will say they want their kids to be better than them. They want their kids to have better opportunities, but you're not trying to show them how to go about getting those better opportunities. How you expect your child to be the next millionaire? Or you expect your child to be breaking the cycle in the family, but then you're not showing them how to break that cycle. You're not even trying to encourage them to break it. I ain't messing with you, Shiki. I ain't stepping away from nothing. Y'all gonna come in here shadow hugging and coming out of nowhere, man. You better bring my food. Stop playing. Matter of fact, I'm glad you here. Matter of fact, both of y'all can take this. You and Selena can take one of these real quick. Tired of y'all mess, man. Telling me to stay away from the damn pork chops. Nah, it was definitely good to see some of y'all in here. Some of y'all ain't been in here in a minute, but at least I know y'all still breathing and everything good, y'all. So, like I said, for all my shadow watchers, sometimes I'm gonna need y'all to pop out once in the blue, just to let me know that you still here, or just let me know that you good. Because, yeah, uh, I told you they unwrenched some of my peoples. I had to re-wrench one of my bros last night. So I don't know what the hell they doing, what they planning on doing, but you know, again, pop out once in the blue. I don't bite, I don't cut nobody. But I do want to make sure my people's is good and straight. Like I said, I do believe in everybody being healthy and happy for 2023 and beyond. And for the person that said I gotta practice what I preach, I think you need to practice and preach a job. That's what you need to do. Stop worrying about me, good sir. I'm gonna need you to really be a vocal voice of something besides just being a troll. And you ain't even really a troll. You just a pain in the neck. Like you definitely was one of those kids that was getting beat up because you was too annoying. You ain't know when to stop. But at some point you will stop and you will be stopped. So, you keep doing what you do. And I'm gonna do what I do. And at some point, you not gonna like what happens to you. So I stand on my words. I don't know about you, but I stand on my words. But again, like for real, it is time for y'all to step up and really show out. Step up to the plate and show out the world that we can do better and we can be better. And we could definitely lead something that's better for the future. We can even bring more opportunities and creations as we go along. But again, it's solely up to you and it's solely up to the people. So I'm gonna keep on bringing these motivational talks. I'm gonna keep on bringing this real life stuff because we need it. We got enough drama and enough chaos as it is in the world, and we see the effects of it. We need to try to combat this chaos, or at least try to swing it towards another direction so everybody else that is trying to succeed has that opportunity to succeed. But nonetheless, I'm not going to hold y'all much longer. I gotta go do some running around myself. and I gotta go support a few people. So it was definitely a good talk, and you know me, I'll definitely be back in the morning. I'm gonna set that reminder. We're gonna be in for the Scythe, and you might get the triple play tomorrow. If y'all ain't following me on my Twitch channel, make sure y'all following me because I'm gonna probably do something on there, do another test run on it. Well, let's see if you come up. Come on. I was waiting for you. Actually, no, I'm not. Not waiting for you. You had all the time to pop up on this damn panel, son. That's how I know you scared. See, punks like you, I couldn't really be around. I would toss you to the wolves because you think you're a wolf, but you're not. I would toss you to all the sand sharks because you're not a shark. Dawn, baby. That's what I'm saying. The end game is coming. All these names you trying to come with, but you still ain't pop up yet, bro. Get a life, get a job, get a hobby off this internet, and go find something to do. If you crave men, go find a man. Don't come over here with that. You want attention? Again, go get you an animal, or go play your PlayStation, or do whatever it is you do in your basement. Come over here with that, because every time you think you do, you're getting clapped out of here, and you still gonna get one of these too. Don't worry. You know you was getting one of these. Definitely was getting one of these. Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight, and y'all can catch the replay. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be back for the morning scythe. Definitely do some music for y'all in the early portion of the day, probably the afternoon or the early evening. And I could be bringing that open panel discussion tomorrow night, so y'all more than welcome to pop in. Oh, and for the bees knees that want to have a million names, the link will be pinned in case you decide you want to pop in tomorrow. Like I said, I got time. My pettiness is way better than yours. You want to disturb a lesson? You can disturb it. But if you don't pop in when you're supposed to pop in, you just not even gonna get no energy. So, like I said, you either pop up and pop off, or don't do nothing. Because that's exactly what you're essentially doing right now, showing us a bunch of nothing but cowardice. I don't gotta sit here and ooh, pin the link up, pin the link up. You must be blind, deaf, stupid, or just can't read, because there's no way you can't tell me you don't see a link pin. Like I said, I got better things to do than argue with faceless idiots. So if anytime anybody feel they got something they want to say, when that link is pinned, pop in. Other than that, continue to do what you've been doing. Continue to run the streets like a muck, and actually go run in the streets until you get hit by a garbage truck. Nonetheless, definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. And I definitely don't appreciate the punk that tuned in tonight himself. So like I said, punk ass, anytime that link is pinned, pop in. I ain't running nowhere. You gonna run at some point. You running now under a million names and not being real with yourself. I'm gonna be real with myself regardless to how you feel. So keep coming and I'm gonna keep gunning. That's how I'm gonna do that. Nonetheless, definitely want to bring this again, and we gonna probably touch up on it in the morning. Oh, and the link will be pinned in the morning too, baby girl. That's your new name now, baby girl. So when you got something to say, or you feel you got something important to say, don't even bother to text in the chat. Just pop up on the panel if you have so much to say. Other than that, you cowards go back in your corners and lay down. But again, nonetheless, good conversation as always. Always blessed to talk with the people. I know a few of y'all still live right now, so I'm gonna do my little runarounds. But nonetheless, we'll be back in the morning. So if y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and that be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real builds. Like I said, we'll be back in the morning for that good old safe. And hopefully everybody enjoy their nights and their evenings. And they well shoot, all you Australian babies, you're already halfway through the day. So hopefully y'all will enjoy yourselves. I'll definitely see y'all later in the morning. And we gonna be up in here. Y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.